Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking graphic novel review. I promised a Marvel today, and I am delivering. It is Thanos Volume 1, Thanos Returns. Yeah, I'm a big Thanos fan. I didn't think he was as interesting in the movies as in the comics, to be completely honest. A lot of people said he was better because they liked his motivation more, but the motivation to smash is something anyone can understand. Plus, that's not his motivation anymore. He's actually turned away from Lady Death. If you read the Thanos Rising miniseries, you saw the end of that, etc., which is referenced in this book. Quick read over the back of the book, by the way. Thanos, possibly the most diabolical individual in the Marvel Universe, is back, and he's out for vengeance. Unfortunately for the Mad Titan, he's also headed for an unexpected reckoning with his family. Take an ongoing walk on the dark side of the galaxy and follow the deadly trail of destruction left in Thanos' wake. He is pure evil. He is unstoppable, and it's time for someone, anyone, to take him down. Will it be the Shi'ar Imperial Guard? That's the entire Imperial Guard? Time to call in the reinforcements. Meanwhile, Thanos' son Thane, who you'll remember from Infinity, forever ago, is out there making plans. When Thanos murdered all his other offspring, only Thane was spared, but it wasn't out of love. And when the father-son reunion happens, it won't be a happy one. Collecting Thanos 2016, issues 1 through 6 by Jeff Lemire, Mike Deodato Jr., and Frank Martin. Parental advisory suggested. So, Thanos Returns. How was Volume 1? I didn't really like it. It starts off with, Corvus Glaive, and he's kind of taken over a lot of Thanos' empire since he disappeared. Then Thanos returns and really just smashes everything. Corvus Glaive gets destroyed. We see the Champion. You remember the Champion? I haven't really read a book where he was featured prominently since some old Silver Surfer stuff. I used to read a lot of old Silver Surfer. He gets Thanos' brother signed on, Star Fox, to go kill Thanos. So it turns out the Champion and Thane are buddies, and Death is also tempting Thane as she once tempted Thanos, and Thanos is also terminally ill. Lady Death has infected him with something. He has some kind of crazy space cancer. And it's pretty wild. He's very weakened, but still one of the strongest things ever. Nebula is taken on to help fight him. They kind of get this little team together, and they actually... Thanos, I think, kills his dad in this, which is a long time coming, a very long time coming. But Thanos is taken down and imprisoned, but he does escape very swiftly and relatively easily, But then we kind of get to this point where his son steals the Phoenix Force, which is some pretty crazy stuff. And we see how his son kind of fell from grace because he had some stuff going on after Infinity as well, where he's trying to be like a new Thanos, kind of. It's kind of a wild ride, but I don't like the way it's written. See, villain books are hard to do, and most villain books I've read aren't actually about the villain. Just like how this volume isn't actually about Thanos. It's about the team, Nebula, Champion, Star Fox, and Thane trying to take down Thanos. It's about them. Thanos is almost the B plot. So, that's weird. And then there are also... Villain books are just hard to do. Every time I read a villain book, it's either they're trying to make the villain kind of like an anti-hero, or it's something like this, where it's just the villain is there, and but it's not about the villain. And I get it. It's hard to do villain books, but I just didn't like that. And that I can get past. If the story's good, I can get past both of those things. There are some villains that I think should be left villains, but I can get past a lot of that. In this book, it's kind of got an oldie writing style. It's got the kind of narration boxes where like Thanos barely says a word in this entire thing. And it's just boxes telling us what he's feeling and stuff. And I always whenever I come across newer comics with this format, because this format's outdated. Whenever I come across new comics with it, I always reference that cut Robot Chicken sketch that never made it onto air, where Kid Flash is about to pull a carry on somebody. And at like the Teen Titans prom. It was a very funny sketch. I don't know why. I think it was just cut for time. It was very long. But he's like, wait, why am I describing everything I'm doing? That's pretty much the definition of bad writing. Well, that's comic books for you. And he's right. It is bad writing. They're telling us everything Thanos is doing while we're watching him do it. And it's like the internal monologue box that has kind of replaced that is actually, I think, far better. Because the monologue box, it's just inner dialogue, It's what they're thinking at the time. Like, if instead of Thanos, breaking out of the prison and wrecking all the guards, would you rather have narration describing everything you're already seeing him doing? Or would you rather have his inner monologue giving his point of view, saying what he thinks about what's happening, etc.? I'd much rather have the second one. So please stop writing comics like that. If I read an old comic and it still has that style, then it's like, I get it. It's still hard to get through a lot of the time, but I understand it at least. Newer comics, just use the internal monologue, please. I just was not sold on this book. I downloaded it forever ago. I do actually have this book digitally because I got it while I was on vacation. I was bored on vacation and I downloaded it, and then I ended up actually finding something to do before it downloaded, so I never read it on my Kindle. But I'm reading it now. It's been, oh crap, it might have been like on my Kindle for a couple of years. And I've just never read it. I'm sorry. But yeah, Thanos Volume 1 I didn't think was super great. Thanos, it's only half about Thanos and half about people trying to kill Thanos. And he barely speaks in it. And it's got that old writing style. Just not into it. I didn't like this book. I will not be getting Volume 2. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. I have no clue what we'll be doing next time. I have absolutely zero idea. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I still have to do Spider-Verse 2019. So that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. See y'all next time.